I'm sorry, Upwork, we have to break up. What's up, guys? Jason here, aspiring entrepreneur, showing you how to turn your talents and skills into a full-time online business. And in this video, we're going to talk about the top 3 reasons you shouldn't use Upwork.com as a freelancer. Reason number 3, high fees. While they're constantly changing their fee structure, there is one constant, and that is the fee is always too high. So this chart is taken directly from their platform, showing you what their current fee structure is as this video is being recorded. Now, typically, you'd be looking at a 30% sales commission for a salesperson or affiliate to bring you clients and customers. That's just kind of the industry standards. So Upwork's 20% up to $500 seems reasonable given what's kind of the industry standard up front on a per client basis. However, this 20% applies per client. So that means if you have 5 clients each paid you $200, well, even though you're above that 500 threshold throughout all your clients, you're still going to be charged 20% on each one because it's to that 500 threshold. And as many of you have probably experienced in the past, getting over 500 per one client isn't necessarily typical for most freelancers. Plus, that 20% really is just them paying for you to be able to see their proposal. You still have all of the work of marketing, branding, and doing the actual sales. So 20% is definitely high, and I think as time moves on and as new competitors enter the space, that 20% is going to drop just out of necessity to Upwork remaining competitive. But for now, that 20% on the first 500 is really steep. So number 2 is that the platform is ultra competitive. Now, this is something everyone faces when they're just getting started. Nobody's heard of you. You don't have any client reviews, so you're kind of scrambling and grinding to get those first kind of reviews under your belt and work under your belt to show that, hey, you really do know what you're doing. So just long story short, a lot of freelancers have seen their deal flows decrease. So even though the platform is larger, the response rate of their proposals and the number of relevant jobs they've been able to find has decreased. So that's definitely a big reason why I think Upwork is beginning not to be a great place to find work. Plus, as the marketplace gets more saturated, you're going to compete against more and more people who are also trying to get started. So they're undercutting prices dramatically just to get their foot in the door. And on top of this, there are a lot of experienced freelancers overseas who are able to deliver the same quality of work for a much lower rate to the client. So it's definitely harder if you're in North America to compete with the overseas people who charge less and in many cases can do more work or at least comparable in terms of the quality. And reason number 1 that I think Upwork is not a great place for freelancers is the attitude of support. Now, there's no verified number on this, but I'm just going to throw it out here and say 90 to 99% of the time, if there's a dispute on the platform, they're going to side with the client. Even if you have done all the work you were supposed to, even if you use the time tracking software, even if you can clearly show that you delivered the deliverables through the platform itself, they'll just side with the client. And going through several different posts and Reddit and other forums, I've definitely seen a lot of freelancers experiencing this where they consistently do everything in their power to follow the terms of service, and then Upwork still just sides with the client for really no good reason. So for whatever the reason, freelancers are treated as the second-class citizen on the platform, with the people who are posting the jobs treated as the actual customers of Upwork, which I think is very destructive, and it's definitely going to hurt them in the long term. So those are my top 3 reasons why you shouldn't use Upwork if you are a freelancer. So if you got some value out of this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you're on YouTube, subscribe for more business building tactics and strategies just like the ones covered in this video. Over on my YouTube channel, I'm going from A to Z on how to build an online business from scratch, showing you how to turn your passion, your talent, and your skills into a full online income. So if that sounds like something you are aspiring to as a fellow entrepreneur, go ahead and subscribe and then comment below on what your reason is for not using Upwork.com, or if you're a big fan of it, let me know in the comments below what you really like about Upwork.com, because it's definitely a give and take. So until the next video, keep building the business you love. Take care.